Hey guys, we are back. This isn't a Marvel thing or anything like that, but it is Cowboy Bebop, one of my favorite animes of all time. I am joined here with Brent and
Hey guys.
Elijah.
Hey, hey.
Thanks for setting this up, Brent. He's
Yeah,
hosting as usual, and this is great. I'm convincing Brent to watch some anime.
I've
He's,
never
he's
seen this before, so
He's
I don't even
opened up his
know
heart
that.
after Visions.
Yeah,
So
after Visions,
I
right?
knew it.
after
When I
after
saw
Visions
Visions, I was like,
and Squid Game.
this is probably our way of getting Brent to watch anime.
I could
No,
see
not
Brent
really.
liking this for sure. Especially just the feeling and the
Okay,
action and
all
just the
right.
pace of the
Mhm.
story. And
FYI, Squid
Yeah,
Game is Korean, not Japanese.
okay, but it's still of
It's
Asian.
an international thing.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah, which was amazing series, by the way.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so we are starting with the pilot, the first episode of Cowboy Bebop,
Okay.
Asteroid Blues. We are going with the dub. Um, of all anime, I'd like to think that Cowboy Bebop probably has the best dub versus sub. If for those purists out there, you tell me what you think in the comments. But in my opinion, it's borderline, probably equivalent to the subtitles or original translations. That's what I've heard. It's a worthy translation and it holds up.
was that
And
anything that maybe was written in English and then translated to?
it's all Japanese first, and it's all translated to English. You lose a lot of story and a lot of inflection on characters change a lot. So there's a lot of nuances that you have to keep in mind when doing a dub over something. And
Right.
Cowboy
Right.
Bebop, compared to a lot of stuff I've ever seen, does a really good job. I mean, it could be the whole demeanor of it being a Western kind of influenced, but it translates very well, and the tones are all still there. Depending on which version you're watching.
Right.
Now we're doing this in anticipation for the TV series that is dropping next month. Is it?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
mid-November.
Mid-November. So the idea is to get myself and
Yeah,
Elijah. You haven't seen
familiar.
all of it yet, but get at least familiar, caught up with, understood what it's about.
Hmm.
So at least we can kind of check out and at least have some sort of insight as to going into the TV
Yeah,
series and even make comparisons. It'll be interesting to see a comparison of
exactly. It'd be good
how.
to be familiar with the IP
Hmm,
and to
yeah,
see what
To
yeah,
they've
know
done
the
with it.
world,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
be interesting to
And
see how they
it's
do it
and
into
it's amazing
live
world
action.
building. So
Okay, that's cool.
enough
I'll
talk.
trust you.
Let's get
Let's
started.
do this. Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
let's jump right in.
And here we go. Let me.
Good intro. How can you pass this intro up? This is just great.
So this
So
is
good.
exactly the same as the trailer for the live
They
action.
did exact.
Yeah. Interesting.
Spike, right?
Spike Spiegel.
Did Japan and the U.S. get this? Did it air at the same time, or did we get it later, like a year later?
We got a little later.
Are the color choices throughout the episodes these colors specifically, or is this just a colorful
Style
interest?
choice. Probably. I don't
Right?
98, dude.
Oh,
Even-
98. Okay, that's
yeah.
later than I thought.
See, I saw the I
That's
thought it was
even
a
later
3.
than the early Adult Swim, because
Yeah. Or
like
no,
94.
Adult Swim started like
Started with
2000.
Space Ghost in like 92,
Oh yeah, but
93.
that wasn't Adult Swim yet. Like
It
was just late.
before, yeah.
Tsunami.
Yeah. Toonami is a after school anime
really?
stuff.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I like
Yeah,
those.
space portals.
Yeah.
And the space station is really cool. I like the design of it.
Like there's still like a kind of a structure going on. It's just to go warp, you need to use these highways.
Right. Jump gates.
Yeah. Jump point, like in Marvel. The swordfish.
Yeah, you can see the influence on a lot of things,
Yeah.
especially this town. Like
It's like it's grounded. That's what's so good about
right,
it.
the El Rey. It's like you got a little, some American, some Japanese stuff, a little
Heavy Western influence.
heavy.
though,
Yeah, like the guy,
yeah.
these old timers at the table. Like
Yeah.
a saloon.
There's all over the place too.
It's usually the classic 3 guys in a saloon, at a table. It's usually 3 old guys.
Kind of like those the guys from
Back to
Do the
Future.
Right Thing, or
I was gonna say Back to Future 3.
yeah,
The 3 guys in the bar.
yeah.
Pervin. The sound of the pervy old man.
Show me.
Spray your eyeball.
I know, right? That's a weird drug. Future drugs. Ooh! Headshot. Remind me of a Blade when Stephen Dorff dodges that bullet. Remember?
That's reminding me of a lot of Kill Bill,
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino fight scenes.
Yeah, there is like a Tarantino-esque vibe to a lot of this
This
because
is real mystic.
But I mean, Tarantino's pulling, was pulling on that for Kill Bill, so it's
yeah.
more of him.
Check this
homaging
out.
type of stuff.
On the little Easter egg on the ground, you see a PlayStation.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I missed it.
I think there's a
Like an original PlayStation 1.
yeah, first one. It's in one of these. It could be here, or I just remember being in this
Later
in the
episode.
shaman's tent. He's drinking beer.
Yeah,
Cat
just drinking the frosty beer.
telling them everything.
Oh yeah.
Heard everything I need to know. Oh, so a friend of mine did the metal arm for the live action version of this for that character.
Oh, really? Did the
Yeah.
like the metal arm prop? I imagine they had to make a bunch of them, huh?
Yeah, or I guess maybe he
bunch.
made the
They did-
prototype. Yeah, they'd have
The
to.
prototype, and then or whatever the pieces to
Or like a stunt version, like,
right.
Also, they finally launched a trailer, so he was able to post about it. And by then, I was like, "Oh shit, that's right!" I forgot
Oh,
he did that."
cool. Yeah, going back and rewatching some of this, it's like I've seen all these characters at Comic-Con for so long. I'm like, okay, that's who all these people. Like now I'm realizing.
Trying
Okay,
to recognize him. Yeah,
yeah, get down who these characters are, and like
she got a hot dog in her groceries.
a whole with condiments and everything on it, not wrapped
See,
up.
now that's a misconception because that's an Asian thing. Like there are like hot dog pastries.
Okay, they always gotta make the dude creepy like that. Bad guys. The sweat coming from his face.
The junkie.
Adios.
Adios.
Bye bye.
It's so funny. It's good stuff.
Yeah, you don't get many characters introduced in this first episode. Like you get Spike, but
You get Jet and Spike. They're the core guys.
some of this music is recorded directly for the show, or
Oh yeah,
did you know
it's
if they pulled it?
all. This is all the show. Yoko Kanno, the composer, it's prolific. It
Okay.
does so many different soundtracks.
Okay.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah, Bruce Lee. Oh, his Bruce Lee moves. Yeah, that's totally like. No. The sound effects of the dude getting hit.
The blockade.
Oh, strung out. Look at that.
Look at that. Looks like Iggy Pop.
He looks like Iggy Pop. Yeah, Iggy Pop.
Ooh.
Is there a name for their like galaxy or the
It's just
whatever that they live in, the galaxy or the world or whatever?
it's just our galaxy,
Well, one episode down.
One episode down. What do you think, Brent?
Visually very interesting. I was mostly just trying to absorb what's going on because it's just taking brand new characters and stuff like that. I needed to kind of really focus in on it's obviously you guys have got plenty of excitement from knowing what is to come and what you've seen and who these characters are. Sometimes I also enjoy that when you go back on a series and rewatch it
Yeah,
and revisit it.
It's got a good rewatch
but-
value to it.
Yeah, just my first intake was just like I was just trying to take it all in. So it's really Sadly, I didn't have much to react to. I thought it was some nice animation. I'm curious to see how the live action version of these characters will look and go.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're
it
going to
seems
stick to a storyline. Like, are they trying to do episode close to episodes, or they're just going to like play in that world?
Judging from what I've seen in like the intro that they released,
Right.
I'm seeing little snippets. It looks like they're including like scenes,
storylines of
Okay.
some of
storylines.
the,
And
of
I'm
the
recognizing some of the
But-
characters in there.
scenes.
Right. But I assume this is a reoccurring story, or these kind of like episodic individual episodes.
Yeah,
that
they all stand
don't
alone.
have
and
standalone. Okay.
yeah, they're all pretty. They work pretty well on their own,
Gotcha,
and it's
okay.
always like they're bounty hunters in space.
All right.
so-
Okay. Okay.
and
But there's no
broke.
through story through the whole thing at all.
There is the
There is,
beginning
okay.
montage was kind of like a hint at it.
Okay.
Like
all right.
it's usually Spike's backstory is probably if you were to choose like a longer narrative, it's probably
right.
him. But
Okay.
you're introduced to him like after some time has passed.
Episode
and
5
he's
or
got,
6
like,
is
past.
kind of where like I kind of finished at like 8 or 9 or whatever, but by
Right.
episode 5 or 6 is kind of where you get a little bit more of his backstory and the the villain or the opposite to him,
Right.
his opposite, his opposing character or whatever shows up.
It's too early for me to kind of rank what I'd consider this episode until I see more to understand, what it is
Yeah.
like. What do you guys rank this episode out of 10? Out of so far?
I mean, it is the
from
first
what you've seen in the
episode.
future.
It is the first episode, and
Right.
there's a good focus on like the quality and stuff.
Oh
and,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It wouldn't be my favorite,
Right.
but it is one of those ones I always remember. I always like,
Gotcha.
keep those eyes open. I reference it a lot. Like Asimov's character is just a
Yeah.
junkie, and they it's fun to watch them hit these cliches and kind of some,
very,
like,
very,
Western stories,
very
like-
Western. Even more Western than say Star Wars. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
well, it's like a
full-on
blatant
Western,
connection where it's like the
Right,
music,
yep.
you got like
Yeah, it's like a cross
I
between
calls
like
himself
yes.
a cowboy.
I did like the fact that
Sergio Leone, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, I did like
Clint
when they brought
Eastwood
in
type of
yeah.
story.
Yeah, but I also like the music when it changed. It had a dramatic change into the jazz kind of fight sequence music there. That was kind of a
That's
cool,
cool.
change and development, stuff like that. So colors
Yeah.
are interesting through the animation too. So it also again it makes me curious as to see how the live action is going to portray the coloring and the animation palette into the live action palette of colors and stuff like that. So. But yeah, I mean, at this point we're planning on we're going to do some videos of the highlight episodes that is under recommendation of Jason. I'm going to continue watching the episodes, and when we hit a highlight, we'll video bounce a highlight episode. And so what do you think is the next highlight episode? To
watch
reach?
up to.
I would say watch up to
episode-
episode 6.
Okay.
Oh, it's 6.
Five-
6
I,
is
just,
the one.
I was just
Okay.
watching the kind of like I was watched up to 8, I think, or 8 or 9. But I
Okay.
think 5 and 6 is the first good like
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was
jump
gonna say. I was
where
gonna say
you're
like
getting
5.
the backstory and
Okay.
Yeah, 5 is like they start to introduce like
All right.
some of
That-
Spike's.
that's where
they go more
Vicious
in depth.
comes
So
in and
so we say 5 is our next
Let's
video
watch
drop.
5 together. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And we could do these a lot more than just 1 week apart if you want. Like,
Oh yeah, totally, absolutely, yeah.
let's speed through this. Let me know when you're caught
Yeah.
up, and then that's when
Yeah.
we'll do it. Huh? How
For
about
sure,
that?
yeah, absolutely, yeah, completely. Oh yeah, and everybody out there, I think we've come to the end of this video. But if you
Yeah,
did
thanks.
enjoy what we're doing, like and subscribe. And and Jason, thank you for hosting this.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching,
Elijah,
guys.
And Elijah, thanks for joining.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
All right.
We'll see you on episode 5, guys.
Awesome, great, thanks.